Happy Monday, Flosstube! I am very pleased to announce the new dates for the Stitch North Cross Stitch Retreat, which will be happening April 30th to May 2nd, 2021 in Brampton, Ontario, which is very close to Toronto, Ontario. If you'd like more information, we've got a Facebook group called Stitch North, and you can join us over there.
Happy Monday, Flosstube. Hello, crafty friends. My name is Caroline. Welcome back. Daily craft chat videos. Not a lot of craft chat today. Well, I guess that's not really true. Lots of craft chat, just not lots of progress for me to share with you today on fun crafting. Though for many people, I guess they think organizing their craft, well, okay. I take it all back. Organizing my craft stuff was fun. That's gonna have to count as my progress for today. My bookshelves made it upstairs. It was so exciting to see them come in the room. And thanks to Candace for telling me that that's how she moves her bookshelves when she needs to move them, is by taking them apart. And that in fact, they go together again more sturdily rather than trying to move them as a single heavy, very, very heavy unit. And yeah, great success. So John took it apart, we moved it upstairs, he put it back together, and then I immediately started filling it all up. So my main fabrics are back up in place. My smaller yardage is mostly back up there. And then I have, well, let me spin you around. So my Metro shelving, that's what that wire stuff is called. It's not nearly as pretty, but it's functional, and I owned it. I've owned it, many of you may not know this actually, back in 2003, I opened up I was running a retail store that I opened with a few silent partners called Light on Carbs, and it was basically a specialty food store that specialized in sugar-free and low-carb food products for diabetics or people who were looking to reduce the amount of sugar and carbohydrates from their diet. And so I owned that shop for a while, and long story short, you really don't need to hear all of the details, but you know, it didn't work out. And for many years, actually, no, it wasn't many years. It was about a year and a half after the actual storefront closed down, I continued to sell products online for a while. And that's why I had all of these, the Metro shelving came from the shop, and then I had it in my home for a while. And that's where I was able to keep I had the studio where I used to also teach piano doubled as the storage space for the products that I was at that point then selling online. So that's why I have Metro shelving. So let me show you. I think you can see there. I had to reorganize a whole pile of it to be able to fit stuff in. So that right there is extra. Those are bolts of fabric that I haven't cut into at all. And so they're wrapped up to keep them dust free and not in any kind of sunlight. That there is twill. I use that for the bottoms of most of my bags. Those I use a lot, and so they are never really in one place long enough for me to worry about fading. That's batting, goes on the inside of the bags. And then over there, way over there, that is, those are bolts of fabric that I use almost daily. So again, no need to wrap those up as long as they're kept up high and out of the way of the resident dog who also lives here. Then they stay nice and clean as well. Okay, so let me spin you back around. See, you're sitting on top of a storage bin. This here, these are the fabrics that I had packed up to take to the cottage. And I'm not at the cottage. See, I had my threads and my zips and some prints that I was excited to work with. So yeah, I'm not at the cottage, but it's still boxed up, safe and sound. I think it's my good luck charm. If I just keep it nice and packed up, then maybe I'll get into the hospital sooner rather than later. All right, let me bring you back around. Sorry, try not to make you seasick. So that's, everything is starting to come together. I've got my DMC storage boxes, but I've got a number of those still to come upstairs. Those I was lucky enough to be able to purchase from Kathy and Neil when they were retiring and closing down my local needlework shop. And so I have a few more of those. They're very, very, very handy to have, and I'm extremely fortunate to have them. And I was just really lucky to get those. So I appreciate them every day when I use them. I'm like, oh, I'm so, you know what I mean, right? You're just happy that you have these things. What else can I tell you? Everything else is really starting to come together. I'll show you the other side. So that's where Cookie Monster is and my stitching. I still need a new lamp. I'm still using that super duper ugly filming light box as a light fixture in here because there isn't one, and I sometimes like to sew late at night, and so I need the light. So that I need to find a light, and it will go eventually in that corner back there. And then I'm starting to keep some smaller cuts here that I'd like to get to in the next month, and just some pictures of the kids when they were really teeny tiny. And over there, let's see, I'm gonna just flip my viewfinder around so I can see what you're seeing. There we go. Okay, so on that wall right there is going to go my bobbin holder that my dad made. I just have to get John to do that for me. That's why all of my bobbins are sitting over there. And that's all of my work stuff that I need. All of that stuff over there, those are things that I use constantly when I'm working. See my lint rollers right there? Also critical. I go through a lot of lint rollers. I have my yarn basket over there. That is a very special basket. Oh, that's my watering can for my iron. That's how I fill up my iron. And that basket right there, my aunt made for me. And I'll give you a better shot of that another day when I've got a little bit more time. Okay, spin you back around. Close your eyes. Don't get sick. There we go. Okay, so that was pretty much like all day long, was just, you know, organizing, sorting, dusting, you know, petting things and remembering what I had and all of that kind of stuff. And so yesterday morning I took about an hour and I decided to just veg out with some coffee and a little bit of stitching. And so I worked on my teeny bee skep. This was my latest start. This is a sweetheart tree pattern, and it is so cute, so cute. And that's what I did. So I finished most of the main part of the bee skep except for that little inside door. Also, there's a little handle on it. I haven't stitched that yet, and I have to do all of the outlining and the diagonal lines on it still. These, I kid you not, I stitched both of those 2 or 3 times because I kept putting them in the wrong place. Those are the insides to the flower. Oops, I think I just had some, that's the metallic that belongs in there. It's the inside of the little flower motif there, right there, that then I wanted to use as my starting point to count all of the back stitch. And it also gives me a good anchor to, you know, anchor my thread to start that back stitch. So in case you're wondering, because it's usually a question that people ask if they don't know how to do it, about putting stitches in where there's nothing else around, there's a couple of different ways to do it, and you just kind of practice until you find your preferred method. You can use either what's called a waist knot or an away knot. But for something like this where there's only 1 or 2 stitches, I use something called a pin stitch. And there are tons of YouTube tutorials already out there of people showing you how to do the pin stitch. I think Nicola Parkman, his Hands Across the Sea, I think a lot of people really like hers. And also, who else? Oh, so many people have done them. Just Google pin stitch in YouTube. And whenever I'm trying to learn something new like that, I would always watch, you know, 3 or 4 different people sometimes explain different things differently. 3 difference in 1 sentence. And when you combine all of those together, I find that that's the best way for me to learn something. If I can see it and I can hear it, but sometimes it might not click completely until I see someone else do it slightly differently, or they may word it differently. Just helps me understand a little bit better. So pin stitch, very, very useful thing to know how to do. So yeah, you know, put a few stitches in, not you know, nothing to write home about, but not too bad. The other thing I worked on last night was Savon. This is my Landmark Tapestries and Charts design, and I did a little bit more last night on the border. The sun is almost directly there. That's a bit better, I think. Look at that. It's taking shape. So I want to get a little bit more progress done before I unroll it again. And I show it so much that I want to save a little bit of the wow factor for when it's a little bit more complete. I did not put even a single row into my Christmas sock. So I feel a little bit disappointed that I didn't manage to finish that, but you know what? It'll get done. But I did have something arrive in the mail. I don't have very much self-striping yarn. I think I have 3, maybe 4 skeins total of self-striping yarn. And now one of them, I'm almost done one of the socks. The other one is another Cozy Knitter skein that I'm at the heel. And I stalled out on that project because I had decided to do a different style heel on it. And then I really didn't want to do that heel. And so I sort of was like a child pitching a temper tantrum. I'm not going to do it if I said I had to do it. So I'm just going to do my regular heel on it, and that way it'll get done. And the heel that I just know how to do. Easy peasy. I'll show you that another time. But I splurged and I treated myself because Timber Yarns, they are an Ontario dyer, lovely, lovely, lovely dyer here in Ontario. So local to me, my friends, the Codependent Knitters, know them very well. Her, the dyer behind Timber Yarns, Heather, and Heather posted this photo on Instagram, and I literally walked over to the computer and looked it up and hit purchase. And I really rarely do that. There was just something about this yarn that I couldn't resist. And it doesn't even have magenta in it. You ready? Can you see it? I don't want to open it just yet. Because it's just so pretty and tidy in this nice little package. So Heather does a really great job with her packaging. She includes a little progress keeper, and it's actually a really nice size progress keeper. Now I am assuming, yeah, that's just the receipt. Oh yeah, that's right, actually. Okay, forgive the crinkling for a minute, okay? Now I have to open this because now I've just remembered something. I have one other skein of Timber Yarns, which is my Codependent Knitter socks. However, the girls just delivered that for me. The knitting podcast, my friends Dawn and Lisa, Codependent Knitters, knitting podcast. They live in Sarnia. And Heather, Timber Yarns, did a yarn for them. And I had to buy that. But Dawn delivered it to me, so I didn't have it come directly from Heather. This yarn came from Timber Yarns, and I had heard that whenever you placed an order from Timber Yarns, Heather's mom writes a little card that goes in your package. And look at that. Okay, so thank you so much for your wonderful order, Caroline. We really appreciate your business. Don't forget to share pictures on IG using hashtag Timber Yarns. Warm wishes, Heather's mom. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. What is Heather's mom's name? Dawn, this is terrible. Is it Ruth? I've been thinking of her as Heather's mom. Okay, what's her name? What's her name? Can anybody tell me? Let's see if we can get it to focus first, and then you'll be able to look at it. Okay, let's take guesses. What's Heather's mom's name? That is the sweetest. Thank you, Heather's mom. I did you one better from putting it on Instagram. I put it on my podcast. I will post it on Instagram as well with the hashtag Timber Yarns. Okay, so now I've opened the bag. Let's take it out. Oh, look at that. Look, there it is. Right there. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So these are 1 per sock. It's called a twin sock, isn't it? Yeah, twin sock. And there's the progress keeper, close up. That is so pretty. And it is a 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 50 grams, 50 grams. So 100 gram. Oh, it's so pretty. So the reason I splurged and bought myself this, tomorrow's my birthday. Yay. Tomorrow's my birthday, and so I bought myself a little birthday present because I thought that was okay. And that note just made the whole thing pretty darn great. So, wasn't that nice? I thought so too. Okay, I have a couple more things. Quickly, I know I've done today completely backwards because I haven't done the Because Monday giveaway yet. So, hang on a second, I'm getting there. Somebody asked me the color of the room. These rooms, we painted these back when we moved in, which was now almost 20 years ago. Maybe, no, 18. Many years ago, we painted the upstairs. And last year, or earlier, no, it was last year now. See, time is a tricky thing, isn't it? It all runs together and it goes so fast that it's hard to keep track of when. At some point in the recent future, we had to repair the stairway wall, the fireplace wall that's at the top of the staircase in the hallway because it had some water damage. The fireplace chimney cap, something wasn't flashed properly or something happened and it leaked a little bit and it damaged. The upstairs here is all, it's not drywall. Starts with a P. Plaster. There it is. It's plaster. It's not drywall. And so it can be tricky to fix. So anyways, we had no more paint left from when we had originally painted. And the rest of the rooms that were painted this color are still in really good shape. And I didn't want to have to paint because if you've seen the height of the ceilings in here, that's not going to be fun for anybody. So I went to Home Depot and I color card matched the best I could the color, and it actually came out to be almost an exact match. So in case you're curious, the color of the walls, it is a Behr paint, so that's B-E-H-R. It's from Home Depot. It's Behr Premium Plus, and the paint chip is called Basketry. So I know the chip doesn't match the color that you see on the wall. You're gonna have to take my word for it because I'm directly under the skylight here, so it's washing it out. But Basketry, that's the color of the wall. Nope, still not gonna match. Trust me, it's the same. Okay, the giveaway, because Monday, I had the sisters chart, the Lizzie Kate sisters chart, and I left it downstairs. My giveaway box is still downstairs. That hasn't made it back upstairs yet. So I had 96 comments, and the winner of that chart was Bonnie Bates Herman. So congratulations, Bonnie. You are the winner of the sisters, the Lizzie Kate sisters chart. And if you email me your mailing address, I will get that out to you. So congratulations and thank you. The giveaway for this week is a super cute JBW designs. I love these little JBW designs. They're so cute and small and just, I don't know, they're just kind of fun. One color, easy. So this is called the French Country Pig, Le Cochon. So if you would like to stitch Le Cochon, you can leave me a comment over on the Facebook group, Friday Off the Grid. This will be, you'll see a photo over there. I usually mark it as an announcement at the top of the group for the week so that you can leave me a comment, and then I'll pick the winner next week. Isn't it cute? You see all those little things that make up the inside of the little pig? That's so cute. I have a funny feeling that Ellen's gonna wanna win this chart. Am I right, Ellen? Are you gonna wanna stitch the cochon? I think so. That's so cute. Okay. Okay, I think I remembered everything. I know I need to figure out something with my glasses because I'm always doing this or this, and it's annoying as all get out. I need to have the frames tightened, but I don't really want to go to the optometrist just for that. The other thing is, I saw this on Facebook. This made me laugh so hard, and it was an ad, and it was called Nerd Wax. Nerd Wax. And it basically looks like a tube of chapstick, I think. And you put this Nerd Wax on the nose pieces of your glasses, and apparently it stops your glasses from sliding down your nose. I think I'm gonna have to try and find that Nerd Wax and buy some. Just because it's called Nerd Wax. I think I need it. Can you hear Luna? She's snoring like crazy. She's so funny. I have some fabric that I need to make her a dog bed. I just need to find the cushions to go on the inside. So I might look around for something like that, because I've got this fabric, the same fabric I made Daria a bed with a few years back, but I used some old bed pillows for Daria's, and since I used those for her, I don't have any left for Luna. So I need to find either a foam cushion or something like that and get a bed made, because at the moment she is right under my feet under the you're propped up on top of my cutting table where I cut, and she doesn't like to be far from my feet, so I'll get her a bed, make her a bed. Okay, that's it for me today. Happy stitching, everybody. I hope you're well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Happy stitching.